Rogers is an autistic boy. He's 15 years old. He's been missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee. And everybody has been looking for him. Everybody. He is 5 foot 5 inches tall. He weighs 120 pounds. Sandy blonde hair, and he wears glasses. And again, there is no footprint of him whatsoever.
You think back, and there might have been a reason he was possibly upset or something outside that could have enticed him to go outside. Was there anything that came to mind?
We've been combing over that day and even the weeks before he left, and I hadn't been able to figure it out. That morning he was laughing, he was joking. Everyone we were around that day agreed that he seemed like he was in a good mood. He was behaving.
This boy, I've done told y'all, reminds me of my son that had autism, that is my third son. And he disappeared right down the road from part of where my family lives. And I take all of these cases serious. I am not playing about anything right now.
The original thinking was that Sebastian Rogers left home on his own, but the fact that he disappeared without a trace now has authorities looking into the very real possibility of foul play.
I'm not trying to accuse them of anything. I'm trying to tell you how suspicious they are now becoming. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Hello, Susan. Hello, Dee. One Love. Good morning, Lisa. Doohickey, I see you. Good morning. Hello, beautiful borrowed angel. SWTC, and good morning, Bob. SL, I am so glad everybody's here. Elisa, hello. I just love to see y'all here this morning, and appreciate y'all coming in, and appreciate your support, and especially appreciate your support for Sebastian and getting his picture and his name and face out. Aurora, good morning. Good morning, Marie Davis. Hello. My email, if somebody will drop it, but it is Smiley Story. That's with the E, SMILEY. All one word, STOREY. Number 2, the letter U, at yahoo.com. So if you will get with me, if you have to tell me something, show me something or anything, I'll be happy to get back with you. Lolly, hello, beautiful. Y'all drop Lolly's link as well. Anybody that has a link coming in, y'all know who I approve of and who I don't. I don't want no shenanigans. This is serious, a serious matter. And, you know, I love you all, and everybody's welcome, and we don't delete and all that kind of stuff over here. It is what it is. I'll address people in the comments and all that, but unless they're trolling and all that, I don't put up with it. You know, we're doing serious stuff here. I seen that, and it is, drop her link, Terry Lynn, TerriLynn, and that's what we're going to be discussing. Y'all go sub up to her. Seth was on there last night. I just saw this early this morning. I got up about, 4 or 5. I hadn't got to watch the complete interview, but please go sub up. Give Terry Lynn a shout out. It was amazing. There's some things that I wrote down and picked up on. And, you know, also in my community, hey, Jam 420. I also in my community post dropped Seth, the biological dad's GoFundMe page. If you will take a look at that, I wrote a little something in there. And if you will also drop that GoFundMe link in here. I do support that 100%. I know that there was what I heard the other day, a little bit of problem with that, with the stepdad. I have no idea why. I really don't know, but I'm not trying to throw shade, but I would like to ask Chris, if he does come across this, please don't be like that. I'm just blunt, as I told you. And again, I'm not trying to throw shade, but here's the thing. Gas is not free. Food is not free. You literally have to eat eventually, just like Sebastian would, or you would if you were lost, or your little girl would if she was lost. Eventually, you literally die. So does a man, okay? And it's not free. And here's the thing. You can get pissed off if you want to, but I want to know how. I don't know if you were excused from your job, if you're taking leave. It's none of my business. I'm just being blunt here. You nor Katie is working right now, from my understanding. But how are y'all making your money if you're not doing GoFundMe page? How are you getting your money? Listen, if you don't want to donate, then don't donate. Just roll and stroll is the way Smiley likes to put it, roll and stroll. But listen, that's like you say, Chris, some things are none of people's business. Well, what goes in Seth's pocket is none of your business. And I'm just being blunt. I'm just saying, fair's fair, right? And Smiley's always fair. Okay. Now, I do want to say before I get started, thank you, Jam 420. I did make a short. Thank you for doing this for me. I got this beautiful painting from Jam 420. She is very talented. She also sent me a card, a thank you card. And it says, thank you for keeping me informed and giving me a place to hang out. Keep smiling. Your friend. She put her name and then she put AKA Jam 420. Thank you, Jam 420. I really appreciate you. And I made that for you. And I said, you are enough. Thank you for all you do. For all of us creators, I love you. And you are enough. You are a beautiful person. Thank you so much. Now, again, y'all go sub to Terry Lynn. And I need to tell y'all that we need to continue to share anything that we see out there about Sebastian. Trevor Lee is on this. And Olivia, oh my gosh, Olivia sat down in the home of Katie and Chris. And drop her link because she was so kind and so sweet. And I don't know why Chris don't want to do interviews with men. I have my thoughts, but that's only my thoughts and opinions. Hey, Miss Grace, he did tell me in a Facebook group I showed y'all the other day, I had some personal questions, although that was kind of ruined, which I don't give a damn because I don't care if he comes here and I interview or not. What I care about is Sebastian and these missing kids. I don't care about that. I had a personal question to ask. But anyway, he asked me in a group and I had the screenshot. He wanted to discuss that on my panel. And what did I think about that? And I said, sure, I would love to, long story short. So he may come over here and he may never come over here after the other night, but that's okay. Well, like I said in a post, I hate to say this. I honestly hate to say this. And actually, Miss Daisy under Miss Autumn Fragrance come over here and showed something in her, something about Candace. We ain't even talking about Candace. I literally, after this, kind of miss old Donnie boy. I don't give a damn about Candace, and this ain't about Candace, okay? Summer is still missing, but that's beside the point. I addressed her too in my comments this morning, but she had to be kidding when she told me something I posted to try to help everybody. In this case, that this is what Candace did. Oh, how soon we forget. But it's kind of sad when you kind of see what's going on here and you kind of miss Donnie boy. Lord have mercy. Lord, Lord, Lord. But anyway, hi, Don. Hi, Don. But anyway, you just go straight to Don and Don answers questions. You call Don, Don picks up the phone. Hey, Don, I won't put this online. I just want to ask you this. And, he might start preaching about Ellen White, but hey, you know, mm, it is what it is. But hey, don't worry about Smiley here. Anyway, so that's that. This is about Sebastian anyway. I wanted to come on here because I have an appointment, so I'm just trying to get this out. Yeah, opinions are not hate. Everybody can have their own opinion. Again, everybody can have their own thoughts and opinions, and that's okay. But I took some notes this morning, and I just wanted to point a few things that I caught. And maybe Seth can answer this if he goes back on Terry Lynn's. I don't know. They seem to have a good rapport, and I appreciate Terry and I appreciate Seth, and I like to hear from all sides. And everybody, JLR, everybody's doing a great job. And if you have nothing to hide, you hide nothing. And I really thank everybody. I thank everybody for everything. Okay. If I could ever ask him, and he would or could ever speak on it, this is the first thing I would ask him. And maybe I hadn't got there yet because, again, I hadn't heard the whole interview. But I would ask him, and I think I was getting there. I think I did get there because I did hear it. So I'm not going to tell a story. Like I said, I've been running around. I got an appointment. Yeah, it's terrible how people are acting. But, you got to remember, think in your own family. And I'm not saying Sebastian's deceased. I'm not saying that. I'm saying think in your own family. When you have even a close relative or something and somebody passes away or anything like that, even your brothers and sisters and all that, I'm not saying mine, but I've come from a huge family. I'm just saying, and I've watched my mom and them. I'm just saying, think how people start acting. They start getting cray about the money or the who's going to get the bedrooms or who this or who that. I mean, it's, it's, what are y'all thinking? You know what I'm saying? Like, people come out of the woodwork and, oh, no, you, and people ain't even cold yet. What? And rude and fighting, and it's like, what? So, yeah, it's terrible. He's only been missing 23 days, right? But anyway, okay. So, I would ask him if he could or would ever speak on it. What is the first thing that he said to Katie about this? Was it like what I mean, like, I'll tell you what I heard a minute ago, but like what I mean is, like, with Chris not being back from Memphis yet, I don't know if he was on the phone with her. I know the cops, I think, had already been there. I don't know if they had gone, but when he walked up and he first saw her, what was the first thing he said to her? If he can answer that. When he went, because he went straight there and he said he spent the day with her. Now, I heard a while ago they did ask him, had he talked to her or does he talk to her? And he said yes. That was a two-part answer to me. He said he has talked to her, but Chris has always been on the phone when he talked to her. Always. Oh, thank you. Thank you for telling me that. Thank you. And he's doing a great job too. He is. Him, Trev, Olivia. Yeah, very great jobs. And Sunflower, she's not even a creator, and she's doing a good job too, honey. She's keeping me like keeping us all in the know. And then Justin, he's starting to pick up this case too, which is good because they're big channels who can get it out. But anyway, he said that Chris was always on the phone. So he said, yes, he's talked to Katie, the mom, but not like he wants to and not what he really wants to say. So I can understand that. I definitely can understand that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely can understand that. Yeah. And why is he answering all the questions? He wasn't even there. He says now he's changed it. And he says now he hadn't even seen Sebastian since the first week of, or whatever, February. None of this makes no sense. How can you say what he had on? How can you say what he this? How can you say what he that? How can you say? Don't make me do my head banging again. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it, because I will. I mean, this is just, yes. And I got to go back and watch the last of that. I was in it last night. Now, I did hear that part. Y'all know if I go to sleep on PG and I have to watch it the next day, look, I think my iron's low. I think my vitamin B's low. I think everything's low. But if these people can run marathons around me at night, no, I just stay busy. My eyes get tired reading all day, 24. Y'all don't know what I do behind these lines. Oh, I'm wore out. I am wore out, honey. I am wore out. But I did hear that part. I got to go back and, in fact, I'll listen to the rest of it on my appointment. Yes, they do. They do. They do. They do. But if he don't know how can, and that's so controlling. I'm sorry. I just speak bluntly. That's me. But if you do end up coming on here, I will be respectful. If you don't believe that, just go back on February 4th of last year to my live. That's where it's at, February 4th of last year. In fact, it says, I have questions. I think that's what it's titled, Chris Proudfoot. That was my interview. I was not expecting Donald Wells, that's Summer Wells' dad. And that's where I did my 3.5 hour interview off the top of my head. It really was him. I didn't have no questions. It was not planned. I was doing something totally different. In fact, I was fixing to give anyway, I was very polite to him. So if you don't believe it, go there and look. But you ain't going to get nothing over on me. Hey, Andy, I'm just telling you, I'm blunt and I'm up front. And when I say I'm for these victims, I'm for these victims. And right now, Sebastian is a victim. Okay. But anyway, back to this. So I just want to know what he said to her, was able to say to her, because it's very strange that they did a 3-way call to the law enforcement. Even Seth said that last night, or whenever he was on last night, this morning, or whatever, into that call, that was just unusual and very strange. And he is a deputy sheriff, so he would know. That is strange. We're not all crazy. That is strange to do a 3-way call to the police, no matter who you are. But she didn't call him. Now, another thing that I got, I'm sorry, Pam, prayers for Pam. She did tell me she was very sick, and so prayers for her. Yeah, it's his way or the highway. He said he told it. He said he's very black and white. Yeah, it literally never happens, Alicia. It could be. It could be. Yeah. I saw that, Andy. And that story changed quick, because if I'm not mistaken, Olivia didn't put that out until yesterday. But if I'm not mistaken, that was the same morning that the night interview was. Now, I could be wrong. It could have been the day before. But anyway, how it was bad enough that the story changed, but how quickly I'm saying it changed. The truth is the truth is the truth is the truth. No matter how you dress it up, the truth should stay the truth. I was like, wow, really? Wow. So anyway, so this caught my attention. Okay, Seth said he did say that he was I think he said he had low iron. Okay, he had low iron, which again, I get bruises all the time. All the time. My dog will hit me. And I hit my thing on the wall the other day. I can't do this. And I'll clear up or my pit will, with his big foot or something. I get bruises all the time. I just, sometimes I refuse to take my pit. I just can't. I got iron pills. It's too much. But anyway, I don't mind. It's not HIPAA for me to tell y'all what I'm on. But anyway, what I'm saying is, he said that when he was at his house, now he said he didn't know of any abuse, but he did say specifically that he has seen bruises, like when he got out of the shower or something like that, but he does have an iron deficiency. Good morning, Nice Marie. Thank you. I try. And to say I would never do any more kids after summer, well, I don't know what I was thinking. These kids need me. They need everybody. They need my mouth. They need the ones that care, because there's not many that care out there. I care. I'm very passionate. Lord, I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I'll go to my grave using this. God gave me this. I don't know how to do much, but I know how to use my mouth. And I'm going to, and I'm not going anywhere. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. See, I had heard, this is what I heard, Bonnie, before that was even told, before that was officially told by them in the interview. I had already heard, well, no, I didn't hear that. Let me, I'm lying. I'm not lying. I'm not getting it right. Okay. I had heard, if I get it right in my head, I had heard before that. No, I didn't hear. God, I don't want to say I heard. Okay. I had asked, let me say that. I had said, that's too much information in my head. I said, I wonder if she went out looking for him, if there was video of her coming out, since there was no video of Sebastian coming out of that house. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Nobody told me. I asked that, and I could not get an answer on that. Thank you, Doohickey. So that's what I'm saying. Now they say she come out and was searching, and I don't know if that was a slip up or what. I just don't know. Yeah, sometimes I can't help it. Sometimes I know I get overly passionate. But he said that he did take photos of those bruises, and he said that he would send them to the mom, and he'd say, hey, what is this? He said that. I will tell y'all this. Y'all can look for yourself, because if y'all know me and my buttons, if I move this phone, because I took notes on my phone, and if I move this phone, ain't no telling where I'm going to get in La La Land. But although I do know where my notes are, and I can go back, but I'm not going to. The photo of Sebastian at Costco, and Seth could probably clear this up. I don't really trust anybody else to clear it up, but I'll take y'all's word for it. But if you take that photo, and I'm not saying it happened that day, do not get me wrong, do not twist my words. If you take that photo and you blow that photo up, like blow it up, take a screenshot if you have to, and then blow it up, you getting good screen recordings, Dino? But blow that photo up, okay? Right here. And it's not, don't do that, what y'all did in Summer Wells. It's not a flash because you can see the shadow over. But if you'll look right here, there is a old bruise, an older bruise. We done went through the colors and the color charts and all that. There's an older bruise. It's not a fresh, but I wonder what that bruise come from. He didn't do it to himself. I don't think he fell on nothing right here. He might have, but anything's possible. I'm just saying. Hey, where's Summer? Welcome, welcome this morning. Welcome. Yeah, okay, Alicia, that was another thing I did here. They've not shown any video or photo evidence to Seth or let him see any of it, he said. And I can kind of understand that because he is a Metro Davidson County Sheriff officer. Now, he's thinking because it is, there's a couple of things I think on that, but he's thinking it's because he is, not in the jurisdiction. That's a whole different county, even though it's only like 15, 18 miles away. But it could be several things. It could be because he is a cop, one, and he's not, and what he said is true. It could be because they want to hold that close to their vest, and he's scared if he would, get upset or saw it, he would say he wouldn't, but he might blurt it out to somebody else or tell a family member or something, and they would blurt it out to somebody else. They want to hold that information for the integrity of the investigation. And I can understand that. And or I was going to say, or it could be somebody calling up there and demanding that they don't tell because they're just control freaks. I mean, I don't know. And they're just doing it to keep down problems. I don't know if that would even matter, but I don't know. Hold on a minute. What'd you just say? Being on the phone, cops are surrounding my daughter's school here and some pew-pew. What? Oh my word, is everything okay, do you think? You mean right now? Are you on your way up there? You're on your way up there right now. Oh my God, I hope everything's okay. Jesus, we are praying. Oh my gosh. Yeah, hold on, let me mark this. Hold on a minute. Yeah, just hold on a second. Just hold on. Hold on, and I'll get that picture. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Okay. I blew it up the best I could. Now you can see the shadow over that. I'm not talking about the shadow. Also, while I got this down, I'll show you something else. Hold on. Maybe 8 days later, and this credit goes to Jay for Justice, Chris might can explain what that is on his arm. Is that fingernail bites or is that bite marks? Is that fingernail marks or bite marks? It could be nothing. But Jay for Justice is the one who gets credit for that. She spotted that. My thought on that is it could be nothing, but it could be something. And here's the thing. If he come back from Memphis at any point in time? I don't know. The timeline on him is unclear. I don't know. He could have did it at work. I don't know. I'm not trying to be unfair, but every stone has to be unturned. And also, that could be Sebastian's nails. It could be his wife's nails. I don't know. Here's my thing, though. Hello, everybody coming in. If, and I'm just saying if, I'm not accusing anybody, if, let's just play devil's advocate and say, if he did something and he come in later like he was working, in my opinion, even if the law looked at everybody's body or whatever, they may have not have looked at him because, one, in my opinion only, he's just coming back from Memphis from work, taking hours to get there. Two, at that point, they're thinking possibly and being told he just walked out of the house. Three, the doors was locked. Remember, they are thinking he just walked out and possibly locked the doors. And I don't know what the man was wearing. I was not there, but it's a good possibility he come in work clothes, meeting them, looking like, even if he was there, did something, he had the opportunity to change clothes and possibly even wear a long enough sleeves to cover that up, looking like he just got off the job. So they may have not have had no reason, and or I don't know if they could have checked him without a warrant. This was about 8 days later. That's just my opinion. Hey, Matthew. Here we go again. You like my hair curled, huh? Actually, she did that for my mama. For my mama. Thank you, honey. So I don't know. I really don't know. That's just my thinking. I don't know. But I don't believe in my heart of hearts. I don't believe Sebastian. And that's just me. I don't know. I don't believe he walked out that door. But that's just me. Now, let me get back to, and I apologize. From what Seth said, Seth said that the parents, he said they have not been searching. He said at least not with him. He's smart about what he says. I noticed in Olivia's interview that they did have a flyer and a sign, one of those signs. I think, I'm glad that they did. And I know that they watch all of these things. And I know that their demeanor, let's say, has changed. And I've noticed since I've been watching that they've picked up on a lot of things, how even the biological father has said and what people's been saying. And it's kind of like what you should say, shouldn't say, and how they even say things when people ask them, because everybody asks, what would you say to Sebastian if he could hear you? That's even changed. It's almost like it's mimicking others. That's all I'm going to say about that. Whether it's intentional or not, I don't know. It's not heartfelt, in my opinion. And again, this is just my opinion. But they've had 3 weeks to get it together better, and 24/7 to be in the house with each other. Kind of like Don said that the cops had them, your story's not right. You better sit down on the couch and get it together. Well, they've had 24/7 of looking at each other, probably 24/7 of looking at each other more than they have the whole time they've been married. That's just my opinion from what I'm understanding. Yeah, and the no contact with mom continues. Right, funny face Brenda. Something's really off. Now, Seth said, this is the bio dad I'm talking about. Seth said Sebastian had stepped in to tell an adult before to step away from his dad. I don't know if that's when he was married to Katie. I don't know if, I don't know what he means by that, but that don't matter. The point of the matter is, I wonder, it brings me to wonder, did he step in between his mom and someone? Now listen good, and Chris, listen to me. I'm talking to you now. Did he step in between his mom and someone, no matter if that someone was Chris or not? See, there's rumors, and Smiley's heard them from sources, and talk both. because Smiley hears everything, and everybody comes to Smiley with all the stuff that's going on. There's stuff going on between mom and a neighbor. So again, could Chris, now Smiley's going to be fair, could Chris be totally innocent and mom and someone did something in that home and he was carried out literally after pitch dark or in something and taken to that construction site, maybe where a scent dog got a hit and then moved from there in another car? That's just me wanting to know. Anything is possible, I guess. Seth and Katie, Seth said Katie was Seth said Katie was, let's see, on her. Oh, the police was called before and her boyfriend was hitting on her. And he asked, was she violent? And he said, he was silent on that. But he said she has hit on him before. Now, I will tell you, Chris, also I want to go back to that other because I'm just thinking about this. Seth said she was with Chris before they got a divorce. He said they was together before him and Katie was even divorced. So, Chris, I want you to remember this. If she did it to Seth, she will do it to you. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, if she hasn't already. She eventually will. I guarantee you that. Stay woke, my friend. Stay woke. Again, I've heard you've done it to her. Y'all may have an open marriage. I don't know. But again, as I was trying to ask the question the other night, did you have any doubt in your mind at all for one split second that anything like this could have happened? Don't tell me your fucking feelings are hurt. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be on you. You too. Cover up for her. You may be covering up for a friend of hers as well, if you truly are innocent. Get rid of the ego. Get rid of the control. Come back down to earth and start taking things seriously. Can I talk to you like that? Yeah, I have sons your age. Yeah. Seth is still doing private searches. He was asked how anybody could help. He asked that you go to the TBI website, print out flyers, put them up all over the place. He wants them everywhere, all over the United States if possible. Good morning, Victoria. Everybody coming in. Hey, Tracy. Happy St. Joseph's Day. Thank you for coming in from Rhode Island. Yes, Alicia, I heard there was drinking in that home. That's what a source tells me as well. A source says they fought. They said you could hear them. Absolutely. But he wants everybody in the United States to pass out flyers because he said he could be somewhere. And he said it only takes one person to see Sebastian, to see something, know something, and say something. He said he wants his son to come home. So I'm asking you, if you can and you will, please do it. I know that I don't know where everybody's at, but I know in my city, in Summer Wells, I went in UPS. I'm building them up real big. They gave me my flyers free. I know in Tallahassee, they printed me out more than I asked for. And when I ran out, when I was boots on the ground a couple of weeks ago, and they only charged me $2 and these are for color flyers, both of them, both places. Just go there. They'll do it. You don't have to ask for anything. Just do it. Because they seem to have a heart for UPS. They in the, I call it mailbox, etc. That's what it used to be. But anyway, I don't know. Just go there. People has hearts for these kids. Seth said the last time that he talked to TBI was probably Friday or Saturday. He couldn't remember the exact date. He did say that he feels the police are just not sharing and that they are just building a case. That's his words. He said the weekends go by so fast, but when he was with his son, he said they like to go fishing and they like to go out to eat. I so much admire that dad. I so much admire him. He loves his son and his heart is breaking and you can feel it. I can literally feel it. Maybe that's just because I have a heart. I don't know. I literally, I physically feel his pain. It's been more than 3 weeks since Sebastian has been missing. No medicine, supposedly no shoes. His dad said he talked to him the Thursday before he went missing and he was doing chores and he had to get chores done. And I caught this. He had to get chores done. This is so important. I caught this. He said he had to get chores done before his mom got home. So did he stay by himself? I want to know that. Chris Proudfoot. No use in asking Katie. Chris Proudfoot. Did Sebastian stay home alone? Either way, did he stay home alone or did he have a babysitter? Did the babysitter have a key or a code to the house? Calling Chris Proudfoot. And anybody who speaks to him, could they ask that question, please? Now, okay. So I understand, from my understanding, he rides the bus home from school. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the mom, Katie Proudfoot, said that in an interview. So where does the bus let him off at? And could he have talked to a stranger on the way home and made a friend? I'm asking. Look, these questions have to be asked. You have to think outside the box. You say you didn't do anything? Okay, then. Let's get jiggy with it and start asking these questions. I want to know, I caught this. Did he stay home a period of time by himself? Waiting for that answer. I'll be waiting. But Seth said it was a normal call. Seth said when he and Katie was married, they never spoke for 3 hours on a phone call. Never. He said, now when he was driving to work, they may call. I mean, I do too. I mean, hey, stop and get a loaf of bread. Hey, where you at now? You okay? You gonna be like, whatever. Frankly, it's just not normal. It's not something you do. But he said, no, they never, when they were married, spoke for 3 hours on a phone call. Seth said he spoke to the SRO at school, Sebastian's school, and he spoke to 5 of his Sebastian's friends, and they spoke to teachers. 5 of his friends, okay, not 2, 5 of his friends. Now, some of the friends couldn't be spoke to because a parent has to be, give permission for that. And I understand that, okay? You can't just have parents running around going to school pulling kids out. That's a big no-no in the whole United States. But anyway, he spoke to 5 of his friends. I told y'all, Sebastian's got friends, honey. But anyway, and he was asked, what did Sebastian want for Christmas? Let me get to that. He said, well, he told him he didn't want anything for Christmas. He wanted to go see his mama and papa in Texas. That's Seth's mom and dad. And unfortunately, and I can understand this too, and again, cops don't make much money. He had to fix his truck, and he didn't have the time built up, to take off work. But he explained that to his son, and his son understood. But anyway, I know now he would give anything in the world if he would have just did it. But, parents can't always do whatever. He wasn't asking him for no friends, honey. He wasn't asking him for no friends. But I'm just saying, that's just Smiley. I just found that odd, but just saying. It don't matter. Sebastian's got me as a friend. He's got all y'all as friends. He's got friends now, honey. He's got friends all over the world. He's got so many friends, he will have to be careful, right? In the meantime, he wants you just to spread the word. He wants you to spread the word. From my understanding, even Candace was, I don't know if she was bluffing or not, but she was even willing to show it to hers, throw it in the back seat to somebody. They said, no. Yeah, they like the grandparents. They like the grandparents. They can get away with stuff. They get spoiled by the grandparents, honey. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree to that. Right. I mean, so I don't know. Exactly. Exactly. I would love to just I hope they find him. Boy, I would really love to give him a little hug. I just mm, him and Summer, and I hope they find these kids. I really do. And I hope they haven't been harmed. Ugh. It was either that, if it really did happen all the time and that can be proven, and if it didn't happen all the time, or then I feel like it was a alibi, and I've been saying that from day one. I've been saying it from day one, and that's just me. That's just me, but that's what I think. And a lot of times you just got to thank you, Miss Chewy. Please drop her channel. Thank you, Miss Chewy. You're awesome yourself, honey. And I'm sorry. And Matthew was in here a while ago. Honey, drop his channel too. Matthew, silly AF. Look, sometimes I don't think I get so passionate about this. If I missed anybody else's channel and anybody come in, just drop everybody. Most everybody in here is in true crime. Birdie's got a crime channel too. Drop her. I'm sorry, Birdie. I always forget. Look, my people should know. I've told them, and I apologize. And please, even though Trev's not in here, I definitely want Trev dropped, and I definitely want JLR dropped. Please, 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 because they are covering this case big time. They really are. And I noticed, actually, Miss Chewy, I noticed in the timeline tonight, are you starting to cover this? Or I don't know if you've been covering it. I apologize. Are you doing something tonight? And Josh, the lab, please drop Josh. Last night, if you didn't see, he was on there with Chris McDonough. Drop Chris as well. Let's just sit here a minute till I know I'm asking a lot. I'm asking a lot this morning. I apologize. Look, I just want to make sure I get everybody. Cluminati, I know, and what Pascal, the Pascal show. Look, this ain't about me and who report. This is about the correct people that get the correct information out about Sebastian. I think Josh will show it tonight. The reason he didn't show it last night was because some creators they look at it as a matter of respect. If a creator just makes it and it's been within 24 hours, they won't do that so that that other creator can, get the views and stuff like that. Now, I will share it. I don't mean any harm by sharing it, but I hardly ever, because I'm not fancy anyway, so I don't hardly ever show it or like, play it in my show. But I feel like Josh will show it. There'll be other people that will show it. But that's what he meant last night. That's the only reason he didn't. They will be showing it today, though, or tonight, or I'm pretty sure. They will, honey. I will say she did a good job. And I shared that on Facebook and all that. But please, yes, and Jay is for Jessica. Jay is a sweetheart. She's just the sweetest. Let me see here. But I wanted to come on here. I have got to get to an appointment. I want to, hold on. Where is this? Hold on. I saw this. I want to finish Terry's video and report what I think more on that. Take some notes, but it'll be when I get back. And then I'll come back on here later this evening and probably touch base on that. Let's see. So I make my own self do this difficult. But Sebastian Rogers, the local number for him is the 615-442-1865. Okay, so the email address for Brian Carter, B. Carter, if you have any footage or anything like that, they said anything small, it doesn't matter. They want to see it. Please turn it in. It's all small letters. It's B. Carter at Sumner, not Summer, it's Sumner, SUMNER, sheriff.com. Or, you can call 1-800 TBI-FIND. You can also email at TBI bobby.simmons@tbi.10.gov. They want Sebastian found. They want some resolution in this. And it's very important. Please, y'all, share his picture out. We are Sebastian Strong. Hey, Trev. And again, listen to everything. Listen to Trev Time. Go over, get them posters made. Do what Seth wants and share them posters, please. And stay on top of everything. And I'll be back again later this afternoon. Again, I will listen to more of Terry, and I'm going to take more notes on it and give you my thoughts on it. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you to all of my mods. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Seth, for talking, and thank you for searching. And I pray that your son is found. Chris and Katie, if you had nothing to do with anything, just don't change your story. Tell the truth, because the truth will come out eventually. You don't have to add. You don't have to take away. You don't need to care what I think. You don't need to care what these people think. You don't. You really don't. And again, Chris, you asked to come on here. What did I think about it? I think I will have you on here. You're still more than welcome. You're more than welcome. But nobody's going to control me. I will be respectful. And, I just suggest that everybody act like adults, period. I just don't sugarcoat anything. That's all. I stand for Sebastian, and I stand for all victims, period. And he will not become a joke. Thank you all. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see you in a bit. Thank you. Bye.